Seconds to go. Start. The respondent number 1 will have to also facilitate extension of visa granted to the appellant number 1 in case she desires to continue her stay in USA. Hence, we pass the following order. It will be open for the appellant number 1 to travel to USA along with the minor child and to contest the proceedings pending in USA. If the appellant number 1 is willing to travel to USA along with the minor child, she will communicate her willingness to do so to the respondent number 1 by email within a period of 15 days from today. The appellant number 1 shall communicate to the respondent number 1 the possible dates on which she proposes to travel along with the minor child. The possible dates shall be within 3 months from today. On receiving an intimation as aforesaid, the respondent number 1 shall book air tickets after consulting the appellant number 1. The respondent number 1 shall make proper arrangements for separate stay of the appellant number 1 in USA after consulting her. The arrangements for residence shall be made at the cost of the respondent number 1 as and when the appellant number 1 wants to return to India. It shall be the responsibility of the respondent number 1 to pay for her air tickets. If she wishes to continue in USA, the respondent number 1 shall take all possible steps for the extension of visa or for getting a new visa. In the event the applicant number 1 agrees to travel to USA along with the minor son, it will be the responsibility of the respondent number 1 to pay a sufficient amount per month to the appellant number 1 for maintenance of herself and the minor son. Along with the air tickets, the respondent number 1 shall remit US dollar 6,500 to the appellant number 1 by a mutually convenient mode. The amount shall be utilized by the appellant number 1 to meet initial expenditure in USA. After the expiry of period of 1 month from the date on which the appellant number 1 arrives in USA, the respondent number 1 shall regularly remit a mutually agreed amount to the appellant number 1 for maintenance. If there be any dispute, the parties are free to adopt remedy in accordance with law. The respondent number 1 shall provide proper medical insurance to the appellant number 1 and the minor child while they are in USA. Moreover, the respondent number 1 shall be under an obligation to provide proper medical treatment to the minor child. In the event the appellant number 1 along with the minor child visits USA in terms of this order for a period of 3 months from the date of her arrival, the respondent number 1 shall not take any steps to implement or enforce the order dated 3rd February 2020 passed by the Circuit Court of Benton County, which will enable the appellant number 1 to move the concerned court for contesting the petition filed by the respondent number 1 and to file appropriate proceedings. Stop.